Greetings! Stay a while and listen to me, Marauderex, as we play more Unicorn Overlord. Alright, so I am not at level 30, but I did farm a bunch of honors. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units. Unit 9 is still one person short. They are 4 out of 4. And so I moved Amalia to that unit so that my highest level person is with kind of the remnants. The other teams that I've got are still pretty balanced. Not really much has changed. So we've got, Elaine's unit, Celeste's unit, which is, the 3. Celeste and the 2 people that we should have killed, but didn't. And then 2 of the Sand Scorpion team. Our mage team of 3 elves, along with a giant tower shield and a non-elf spellcaster. Berengaria's unit of just chaos. I have a full cavalry unit. Now, one thing that kind of frustrates me is we only get 1 Dark Knight through the story. And that's actually something that kind of frustrates me. We get a lot of characters of the same class, but we get so few of them. So, we only get 1 sorceress. We only get 1 druid. I mean, obviously we only get 1 elven, sibyl, and augur because they're kind of unique classes. But, sorceress is not a unique class, but we only get 1 of them. Druid is not a unique class, but we only get 1 of them. Obviously Dark Marquis is a rare class. Same with, Virginia. She's a Valkyria. But, we get several sword masters. We get, Leo, we get Melisandre, we get Aramis. But we only get 1, Doom Knight. And then we get 3 knights, and then we get 3 paladin/sainted knights. Well, a paladin and 2 sainted knights. We get several clerics. We've got so many of them. Same with vanguards, we get 2 of them. Actually, we get more knights than anything else. I'm kind of frustrated at the number of knights that we get, because I think we're going to get 2 more, give or take, before the game ends. Maybe 1 more, but there's a lot of that's a lot of cavalry. And then obviously the beast units we get I think you can only get 1 were-lion, but the were-owls you can get more than 1. We'll get a werewolf and were-bear. I think we can get a were-fox also, aside from Dinah. But there's just a lot of... You get 1 of some of these units. And so, I kind of want to put Gloucester in this unit so that it's a little bit more varied. But he'd do nothing in that unit, honestly. He works so much better in this. So, yeah. But I did get everyone up to level 27, most 28. So 28s all around, 27s. I did... Morad is 27, and I think... Yeah, aside from the people that I'm not using, so my were-owl and my other elven archers that I'm not using. Again, we get 3 of them that I'm not using. Those are the only ones that have not been kept up to speed. And at this point, I'm not going to be able to keep everyone up to speed. We're hitting the point where now I can only fit as many people in these parties as I can. So, especially when I max out the last one. So, at that point, it's going to be a little difficult keeping everyone outside of those 10 units leveled. So, but one thing we can do, and I'm going to go ahead and do this now, is we can go ahead... I'm pretty sure we can take out the Battle of Lunokeu, so we're going to do that. It is level 30, but it's just a liberation quest. It's actually also an incredibly small map, because we start right here. Like, I believe we start right where this rapport point is, and then we have to capture this town. And then there's like a tower down here, a tower up here, some blockades, and a tower here. It's really not much, but it's very densely packed, and it's very difficult to traverse. So we're going to go ahead and take that out now, because we can. And this will also open up the ability for us to do the rapport conversation with Elheim and Scarlett to finish that, and we can do the Ring of the Unicorn. So yeah, like I said, there's 3 towers, 3 flying units. I did not recall flying units. There's a lot going on in this. I thought there was more... I thought there was more barricades, but no, it's just flying units. Okay, lots of flying units. Kind of wish I had more ranged units in a team. Well,
I'll take wind.
We've got 1 flying unit that also has a ranged unit. That flying unit does not have a ranged unit. This flying unit has a ranged unit. And then I will bring Elaine's unit to guard this for now, because that will probably be needed.
Understood.
You go there.
Will not be disappointed.
Alright, so yeah, I can take out most of these guys without too much trouble.
Blasphemous fool.
So yeah, that hurt me a lot more than it should.
I'll never hold myself back. Witness the might
Alright.
of an angel.
That's some healing, that's some healing, that's still some damage. Alright, I can't kill them, mostly because my hammer person is dead. So we're going to come back here, and then we're going to have you come down here, and Elheim can deal with them.
You'll never win.
And I'm pretty sure all of the damage I'm taking there is from ranged assists.
My griffin will get a treat for this.
Alright, you go deal with this flying unit.
To the skies.
And I've got another Valor point that I can use. So I will summon someone else.
I did it.
Because now I'm going to send you over here to deal with that. And you... I'm going to summon you.
I'll ride any distance.
Because you...
Really say the word.
1,060 damage. Sure.
Steed is swifter than the wind.
Sure. That's not ridiculous at all, is it, Steve?
A fine bout.
Alright.
One thrust
Take
of
that.
the
Oh,
lance is all I
1023. I do less damage. That's disappointing, and I take more damage.
need. Was never in doubt.
But you know what I can do now?
Prepared for anything.
I can go take you out.
I've arrived.
We march.
Alright. And that is not a good pairing.
I
Who...
stand ready.
Let's deploy Berengaria's unit. I think Berengaria would do far
choice.
better against this team. Yeah.
Got it.
At least for now. That'll probably change once they get a little closer, because the RNG really hates me. And
Say the word. My
just
steed
for
is swifter.
giggles,
A simple matter.
I wanted to watch a whole bunch of cavalry climb a tower.
I won't lose.
Like, I'm just being silly with this now. Oh hey, 2 level ups, level 29.
Both of us are quite pleased.
My first 29s.
What would you have me do?
Let's do this. Valor skills, hastened call. There we go. That'll speed this up just a little bit. And then go perch. And I made it just before she summoned someone. Before they got reinforcements.
Let's have some fun.
Now, one thing I did have to do, I had to go through and turn off. So, Travis learned an ability when he leveled up at one point that is a start of battle ability. And because his initiative is so much higher than Berengaria's, his start of battle ability was proccing, and hers wasn't. Because you only get one start of battle ability. So, you know, I get it. Like, only so many things can fit in these certain predetermined, you know, ability slots. But it's so frustrating that, you know, oh yes, I level up and I get something new, and it negatively impacts the team's cohesion. Like, my team was failing a lot more. I'm like, why am I? Oh, right, because Eye of the Warrior Princess is not proccing. I need to fix that. So, what was getting in the way? And so I had to look at that. And he's kind of a powerhouse. I actually had to put a new item on him because his accuracy is so atrocious. And here we go. We've completed this, a level 30 mission. Granted, we're only 2 levels behind, but still. I do love that this game allows you to punch above your weight class if you have a well put together team. That is something that I've really liked about this game, and that's made me feel really, you know, it's something that's made me feel really enjoyable about the entire process. Like, especially like the Coliseum fights, it's like, oh yeah, I can take on level 40 people at level 25 with a well put together team. Granted, that's a little extreme because, like, you don't have to kill them all, you just have to do more damage to them, but like that would still net you a win in a fight in a map. But, you know, it's also not quite the same. I have 6 thorny vines. Okay, I know I need more, but I want to go ahead and complete this because this has a boat. This will take us to Albion, I believe. And this also completes Elheim. We've completed Elheim with this. Elheim has been completely liberated. All towns have been restored. Zenoios ruled our land for almost 10 years, but we restored it to its past glory in practically no time at all. Some surrendered and turned against their kin, while others were slain and reanimated as soldiers of the damned. With Elaine's aid, a new day dawns at last, and the darkness on this era shall fade into distant memory. Never expected a human prince to value anything beyond the steel in his hand. Successfully restored all the towns in Elheim. Yay! Alright, station guard. I've also run into a problem. Notice how I have Engelberts instead of Pierres. I can't hire any more Pierres. And I want to show this because I don't know if I'm crazy or not, or if I'm just missing something. But like, so we come here, and I go to hire a unit. It doesn't matter who. Oh, I can hire a housecarl. They've got 3 housecarls here, or 2 housecarls. So I go, we look across the names, and so you go into a bunch of A's, and then Ivar, Ingard, Vidar, Visber, Ulver, Einar, Avin, Eric, and then, like, there's no way to alphabetize these. Uruvendil, Odin, Olaf, Oleg, Kauri, Gangerly, Gandalf. Like, obviously these are all G's, S, T, S, S, Dagger, H, Balder, Hartle, Bjorn. So we've got more B's, F's, H's, another B just thrown in there for good measure. And that's it. I can't hire any more peers. And I'm wondering if you can only get certain names at certain places. Because I feel like some of these names were not where I could get them originally. So I think they might be limited to... Well, actually, that is a good question. Let me check that. I didn't try hiring any of the more expensive mercenaries here. Like any of the knights. So maybe I can... Paul, Prosper, Bruce, Pierre. Okay, so I can. Just in certain... They can only be in certain places. And obviously it has to be a mercenary that can be named. So like I tried to recruit more people here in Drakenhold and started running out, and then I didn't look in Elheim yet, but like I couldn't order more mercenaries with the name Pierre. Like it was blocking Pierre. I'm like, what is going on? And I guess they are regionally specific. So that is good to know. That is another thing that I'm learning about this game. All right, board a ship. Do you want to go to the southern coast of Albion? I do, but I don't at the moment. I am nowhere near ready to go to Albion. I do, however, want to do this rapport conversation between Elaine and Scarlett. And this will be our third rapport conversation. Is everything okay, Scarlett? You seem rather irritated over something. Oh, just thinking of all the attractive women you've been taking into the Liberation lately. And men, don't forget, we need as many fighters as are willing to join, regardless of their gender. I love how he just completely, like, overlooks the attractive part. It's like, oh yeah, but we've also hired a bunch of men. Like, so you are upset. Not really, and I'm not jealous either, if that's what you're thinking. I love how you just jumped to that, and, like, you just kind of showed your hand. It almost doesn't seem fair that you keep leaving me out. What do you mean, keep leaving you out? If you ever wish to talk, you're free to insert yourself into any conversation I'm having. Everyone would be pleased to see you, I'm sure. That's not what Why are you standing so close to me? Do you remember the little forest on Palavia? Much like this one, we often used to gaze upon its many inhabitants, always careful to keep our distance. Of course, Joseph warned us not to wander the area at all without an adult, yet we did. Listen, it's just... Elaine, you're confusing me. Your face has gone completely red. Are you feeling all right? I am as thick as a sack of hammers. What I'm trying to say is, I don't want someone else stealing you away from me. And she finally admits it. So that's how you feel. No, I was hoping we could talk more is all. I'm not some mere possession to be snatched away the moment you avert your eyes. I love how this is kind of a turn on the tables. It's like, yep, I suppose this means you truly are jealous. I am not. And I love it. She's just like, forgive me for not noticing that you were, in love with me. I'll be sure to speak with you more often from now on. You don't have to do that for me. It's not only for you, Scarlett. I look at he's blushing. He's blushing. I don't know what took you so long. So yeah, their rapport is obviously very intended to be, the one true pairing of the story. But thankfully, the game lets you pick whoever you want. So, but once you do this, once you have a level 3 rapport with someone, and it can be anyone, you can come here to the altar. Altar of the Unicorn and Maiden.
This is it. The same altar I saw in our texts. The ring, Elaine. Looks like I was right.
What do I do next?
Come back here with the person you've chosen for the rite. Offer them the Ring of the Maiden, and you're done. That is, if they accept. Doing so should unleash the power stored deep within your own ring. But
Is there more?
the covenant between Unicorn and Maiden requires both sides to be of one mind and one heart. If either betrayed the pact they swear at this altar, they would face terrible consequences. At least, according to the texts.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
Considering the risk, I'd suggest you give the ring to the person you trust most.
I do love that they phrase it as trust most and not the person you love. Because, you know. Head back to the altar once you've made up your mind. Elaine can only perform the Rite of the Covenant with an ally he bears a deep and profound connection with. So that's the game telling you you have to be level 3 rapport. So right now, Scarlett is the only person that I've maxed that out with for Elaine. My first time playing this game, the only person I had was Travis, which is hilarious. So like I could do Albion. I've got Scarlett. And I'm almost at max with Melisandre. So yeah, like those are the only two people I could do is Albion and Scarlett. But since I'm gonna go with the story, we're gonna go ahead and go with Scarlett.
What is it, Elaine?
And see, you can back out at this point if you want. You can be like, sorry, I think there's been a mistake. It doesn't hurt anything. It doesn't hurt your rapport. At least I don't think it does. I've never done that. But it's like, hey, is this what are you sure you want to do?
I'd like you to have the Ring of the Maiden.
Isn't there someone else you'd rather give it to? Or am I just the most convenient choice?
Not at all. The Rite of Covenant can only be performed if the two parties are of one mind and one heart.
Is that true?
The rings will suffer no lies. It's you, Scarlett. It's always been you. These feelings I bear are not mere friendship, but a love both deep and utterly profound. I finally understand that now.
You know, I always thought it was my mission that kept me standing beside you. But I realized something back when we were separated. I treasure you more than I could have ever dreamt.
Then stay with me, Scarlett, until the day we both drift off into eternal slumber.
Nothing in this world could make me happier. So it's true. There's really no lying to the rings. I love you, Elaine. And I always will.
Aww, so sweet. Also, she mentions her mission. We haven't actually heard about that yet. That's kind of a spoiler. But we get the Ring of the Unicorn, Ring of the Maiden, and 10 honors for doing this. Thus, the ring has been restored to its true power. I'm sure it will help when the time comes to face Galerius. And it will! These two things will actually allow us to have special abilities. And now I don't know what to take off. I think I'm going to have to take off the Warrior's Medallion. Ring of the Unicorn. All stats +5 and 1 AP. Okay, I can live with that. I do lose a little bit of physical attack and critical rate, but that's okay. That makes the Ring of the Unicorn actually very worthwhile. I'm actually probably going to get rid of Scarlett's Ribbon, because that is just a useless thing. But 1 passive, and all stats +5. Far better. Like, we are still losing 5 evasion, but we're gaining everything else. So yeah, that's the Ring of the Unicorn. But also, oh, I guess it hasn't triggered yet. At some point, we will get a special tactic that will have mystery marks that can only be used in the final fight for whoever is wearing the Ring of the Unicorn and the Ring of Maiden. Which I don't know why it says anyone, whoever's wearing the Ring of the Unicorn. That has to be Elaine. So it's Elaine and whoever else you've partnered with for special valor capabilities in battle, which will be, you know, quite noticeable then. I still only have 27. I haven't picked up any more of those that I noticed. So yeah, that's, and then we've also got, how many do you need? You need 6 thorny vines as well. Okay, fine. And then we're done with that, but we've completed Drakenhold, we've completed Elheim, and now we are floating around Vestorius. I'll go ahead and go to Albion. I really don't want to.
May fortune bring what you seek among my quality wares.
Karnat stuff. This is all a little outdated at this point. Cleric's Medallion, not bad, but I can get that a little easier elsewhere.
Do visit.
And then Provisioner.
Greetings, human.
Oh, hey!
You know what strikes your fancy?
You have medium grade stuff, but just very little of it.
A pleasure.
And I can buy things like music boxes and things to give my my stationed people more rapport. But let's go ahead and go to Albion, because I don't have enough time to really do much of anything else. So we'll show off Albion, and it's terrifying, and like, it has like chanting in the music. That's totally not unsettling. I can't believe I'm finally home. Thank you for to bring me here, Elaine. And she's worried about her father. We have to go to Bisphane Basilica. The Holy Kingdom of Albion. And we got an expert military treatise for just stepping foot on the shores. And then right over here is an octopus carving. And then a bad guy. Level 40. Zenoidran Scout. I can't kill him, but I did do a little bit of damage to him. And a healing tonic. And there's an item over here. A divine shard. What fools you must be to raise your blade against the messengers of heaven. No, I don't want to do this. That's a level 31 fight. I don't want to be here. And then there's another unit that I don't want to fight. All of this is units that I just don't want to fight. But 5 honors for the kill. So that's not bad. But killing them is a little difficult. So let's go back to the stories and be like, let's go to where we're supposed to be. And I don't have enough Basterite to do this delivery. But I'll get these items here.
Take your time.
I can buy a warrior's medallion. We've got the silver moon, which I looked at. And then I already got all the, yeah. And I need one more piece of Bastrite. And a master military treatise for that. That's nice. Alright, well, I guess I'll go ahead and end this episode here, because like I said, I don't have much time to do much of anything else, but we have kind of made Elheim and Scarlett a fair bit more powerful with their new accessories, and we've completed a little bit more story. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next installment. Till then, later everyone.